Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I just wanted to make a quick video. Um, as you know, we just had our supermoon in Taurus, and you can probably Google it and search a lot of information on it out there. I am by no means an expert on those things. Anyways, I apologize for the quality of the sound. You have to turn up the volume, and I don't know why my camera is doing that, and I don't know how to fix it. So unfortunately, this will have to do until I figure out, or until I get a new camera. Anyways, okay, so the new moon in Taurus, the super moon that we just had. So Taurus is a very grounding sign. It's an earth sign. So you'll see that this will bring you a lot of calmness and peace actually into your life, and a lot of your gifts will actually be brought to light, or you'll be able to grow more in terms of like your talents and gifts and things like that, or they'll come to the surface. So just do a lot of meditation and things like that. And um, if you're like me, who have been going through this whole awakening process within the last, I guess, year and a half, maybe longer than that, then you'll notice that the full moons have been affecting you more and more each time. And if you're also like me and you have a really horrible time shielding yourself, then that could be a problem for you. And what that means is that, like, basically, you pick up all of the energies, and the intensity of them is just so astronomical, and you feel it all, and it's so crazy, and you feel all those emotions times like 5,000, and it's just all there. Um, so it could be a really uncomfortable time for you, and I really, really empathize with you if that's you, because it kind of sucks. And the good thing is that I know now when it's happening, and I take measures to help myself and to stay grounded, and things you can do, you can look it up. But anyways, things that I do, saging, meditation, Reiki healing. I am a Reiki healer, so I obviously do Reiki on myself, um, crystal healing, and things like that. Those are all really important things that you want to do even before the full moon starts, while it's getting there, to help you in terms of shielding and preparing yourself, and of course setting your intentions, things you want to let go, and things that you want in your life. Doing those things during the full moon are also very important, but this video is not about the full moon. I just talked about it because it just happened. This video is actually about something else that's very important that I really want to talk about, and it is about, I wanted to talk about when you're transitioning. And what I mean by transitioning is, as you're going through this process of awakening, um, it's not so much loneliness, a topic that I want to talk about, because I mean, we've all experienced loneliness as an empath. You probably felt lonely your whole life, and like you didn't fit in or belong and all those things. And you didn't really relate to other people, or other people didn't relate to you. And you know now why that is, I hope. I don't even know where I'm pointing here. Sorry. So you know that now why that is, and so it's more in terms of, all of a sudden, the people that you had around you, you'll just start to notice different things about them. For instance, okay, so while you're going through awakening, obviously your vibration, your frequencies are going to be higher, and all of a sudden, the people who are not vibrating at that frequency, who are much lower than you, or have things about them that are very low vibrations, you will all of a sudden be very, like, irritated by those things, and you don't want them near you at all. And it's okay. It's okay that you feel that way. It's normal, and it's actually part of this I guess the term that people use is ascension. It's part of that, and that's okay. It's okay because um, it just means you're in a different place than them, and that's okay. Um, so you'll find that all of a sudden, people who were like sometimes even your closest friends, um, things you'll all of a sudden start to notice things about them that really rub you the wrong way, and it'll feel like you just stepped in something dirty or gross. Like it'll just be like, get it away from me. Like you'll have this feeling, and you'll all of a sudden start to be very vocal about these things that you're not happy about. Whereas maybe in the past you weren't vocal about things, you weren't vocal about things you didn't like, you weren't vocal to other people that did things that to you that you didn't like, but now all of a sudden you will notice that you are becoming very vocal into things that don't agree with you, and you'll say things, you'll call people out on things, you will distance yourself from things like that, and it's all part of the process. And don't think that you're like some snob or that you're full of yourself or any of those things, because it has absolutely nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with anyone being better than anybody, because nobody is better than anybody. We are just different. And when you're vibrating at a higher frequency than other people, it just means that your thoughts and who you are just at a different alignment from other people, and you just don't vibe anymore. Like literally, you just don't vibe with each other anymore. You don't have the same vibrational frequencies where you can kind of float together anymore. You don't. You're just and it's gonna just really bug you to be around those kind of people. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're just not meant to be that close anymore. And I just don't want people to feel guilty or bad or stunt their growth because of that. Because you have to you have to embrace that change, because that's all part of it, right? Like, and moving forward, because sometimes things serve a purpose at one time, but then they don't serve you a purpose anymore. And um, you'll just start to notice things about people that you're not okay with anymore. And maybe it's the way they treat you. And maybe they took advantage of you before. Or maybe you just did everything for them and they're used to that, and so they're used to putting you second and things like that, when now all of a sudden you won't be okay with any of that. You won't be okay with pettiness, you won't be okay with um, gossip, you won't be okay with people putting other people down, you won't be okay with people being flaky with you or other people, you won't be okay with a lot of things. You'll notice that you will only want to be around people who are authentic, people who are authentic and true and kind and mindful and have light and who have that that joy, like that, the people who are like you. You'll want to be around those people. Unfortunately, a lot of those people, sorry, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of those people, not right now anyway. So you will be lonely. You will find that you're spending a lot of time on your own, and that's okay. Embrace that loneliness. Do not feel like you're alone, because you always have people there. You can reach out to people on forums and online communities um, to talk about things like that. There's like a million videos on YouTube that you can watch to get information. Um, a really good thing you can do if you're alone is to purge everything in your life, especially like in your space, and get rid of old crap. Get rid of it. Do not hoard things. Do not like hold on to things that are old, for like that you have no has no purpose in your life anymore. Just get rid of it. So I've actually been going through that, because I know I've been a bit of a hoarder in the past, and I have so much crap, and I've been, periodically going through it the last little while and getting rid of a lot of my things, and donating, throwing things out, repurposing, and seeing what things still serve a purpose in life and what doesn't. And it's important to remove all that old energy, get rid of it, so that new energy can come into your life, right? So go purge and don't worry about being lonely. Don't feel bad about having to, I'm not saying cut people off, because you don't necessarily have to cut people off. Maybe you're just not going to be so close anymore. And you'll notice that those people will be okay with that, that they're kind of will start drifting away from you too, because maybe like other people will feel the difference in your vibrational frequencies. So maybe you're raising and they're not, and rising. You're rising and they're not, and it's just not going to vibe anymore. So this person's going to go find other people to vibe with. Don't be offended by that. Please don't be offended by that, because it's not a reflection of you. We search people who are like us, and if you're vibrating at a higher frequency and you more different things are important to you now, and more peaceful things, and more things with depth, um, and doing things with thinking of service and how you can help others, and peace, and like things like world peace and saving the planet and saving animals and helping each other out, helping to raise others. Those are things that are going to be important to you now. You're not going to give a crap about the car that you drive. You don't give a crap about the job title that you have. You don't give a crap about how nice your furniture looks. You don't give a crap about the size of your jeans. You do not give a crap about your nails. You do not give a crap about the zits on your face. You do not give a crap about your shoes that you're wearing. You just do not give a crap anymore about those things, because they simply do not matter. They don't matter. And if you've reached that point of vibrational frequencies, then congratulations. You are well on your way. um, and you'll learn, and you'll know by this point, you will know what the real meaning of life is. And none of those things will matter anymore. And so you won't want to be around people that those things are really important to. And it doesn't mean that they can't be in your life. They're just going to be acquaintances and people that you say hi and might spend time with from time to time, but they're not going to be like the filler, like the meaty parts of your life. I don't like to say that. I don't know if that's a good way to say it. Anyways, they're not going to be the main course. Let's put it that way. They're not going to be the main course of your life. Now you're going to want to find other people like that. But don't worry about it, because those people will be brought to your life and will come into your life when they're meant to be. Trust me on that. They will, and do not worry about it. Focus on yourself, because self-care is the absolute number one thing that you need to master like a boss, okay? Because as empaths, I'm sure we spent our whole life taking care of everybody else and not ourselves. So learn self-care. That is your number one priority. Don't worry about other people and your loneliness. Your number one priority right now is your self-care, because you cannot fill from an empty vessel. Remember that one. Okay, that's not my quote, obviously. Everyone knows that one. But take care of yourself. Do whatever you can to practice self-care, whatever you can, and be kind to yourself. Be mindful. Be wonderful and love yourself so much. And don't worry about loneliness, and don't worry about your friends and the people around you. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan, and it is going exactly how it's meant to be. So trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in everything that is is exactly how it's meant to be right now. So go out there and change the world and be the best you that you can be, and be authentic. Be authentic, be in the now, be mindful and peaceful and kind, and stand for something really important. You know, we gotta all unite, especially with all the stuff that's going on right now. We really need to stick together and raise each other up instead of putting everyone down. And that's all I wanted to say. So don't feel lonely. You can always reach out to people on, there's so many Facebook groups out there, like so many. Um, and I'm sure you can go to meetup.com and find groups if you want to hang out with people in person, and reach out to people. Don't be afraid to reach out to people, and you know, Just don't make that your focus, because sometimes when you make stuff like that your focus, sometimes the wrong people come into your life. You got to focus on yourself and the good things you want to do, like make the changes in your life of things that you want, and those things will come to your life, okay? Whether it's things or people or situations, just focus on you, okay? Entirely on you. That sounds so selfish and egotistical, but if you are where I am right now, then you will know that that's not what it is at all. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, take care of the planet, okay? And have a wonderful and beautiful day. Bye.